Andre Osborne of Alex Lexington, where we talk about life, luxury, and wealth. Something that we see a lot that comes in our office is the hip-hop jewelry, the bust-down pieces, the elaborate customized pendants, chains, rings, you name it. Not gonna come to you and say I'm against these pieces. I think they're gorgeous. They represent your personality, your persona, your alter ego, whatever it may be. It's something. I have a bust down chain. I wear it for the appropriate events. I think it's always appropriate to represent your personality in the unique way that you feel that represents you. The topic of discussion is bust down jewelry, and are you getting what you thought you paid for? Did you ask the appropriate questions? Did you ask for 10 carat and you didn't get 10 carat? Did you ask for 14 and got 10? Did you ask for 18 and get 14? I had a client come in with this particular piece that I'm talking about today. Thought they were paying for a bust down Cuban link chain. Very nice chain. Turned out the chain wasn't gold. The stamp looked funky. They were very distraught. I'd feel sick to my stomach if I thought I spent my hard-earned money. But the thing that makes me always heartbroken is when I see my clients. This client was referred to me, by the way, by another client. Literally just touched down, came into town, and he says, you need to come see my people. He brings him in and he says, I want you to just evaluate the pieces that I have. Now, this person will always be anonymous. But the thing that made the conversation come to this point where I'm sitting here talking to you is I want to educate people on what it is that you are purchasing. Nothing is wrong with buying bust down pieces. We have some of the best manufacturers in the industry at our disposal to produce anything that comes to your mind. You'll hear Danielle of Alex Diamonds talk about if you want to create the bust down piece or the jewelry piece of your imagination is the only limit that we have. But if you're going to do that, please do your research, ask questions, make sure that the people that are doing the work for you can be held accountable and they are doing the work that they said that they were going to do for you. Now, make sure you're getting what you asked for. That is the number one thing. If you ask for 10 carat, make sure it's 10 carat. If you ask for 14 carat, make sure it's 14 carat. If you ask for natural diamonds, make sure you can vet that these people are providing you with natural stones. If you ask for lab stones, perfectly fine. I think that's just the market and where things are. If you want lab stones, fine. But I think you should be charged the rate that goes with those stones. I don't think you should be asking for diamonds and get moissanite or CZ. To me, that's the ugly side of our industry that nobody's being held accountable for. You see a lot of other videos online talking about this person has fake stones. There's a very big movement holding diamond houses accountable that were selling people lab-grown diamonds and they believe that they were getting natural stones. I think that's dishonest and that's something that should never happen. So I always stress, make sure you're getting what you paid for. Make sure you understand what you're paying for. It's not the jeweler's job to necessarily inform you. We do, because that's how we operate. I like to say, I don't sleep well at night knowing that somebody was misinformed or taken advantage of. For example, this piece, I'm not really trying to show the person's piece like that, but at the end of the day, the workmanship was amazing. You are getting a piece of art. This representation of your personality is a one of one. It is not mass produced. I know there are places that you might go in the mall, you might see them at the booths. Those are not real gold pieces. They are mass produced. They are nickel, copper, brass, plated, whatever the material is. They are not gold. Now, this particular piece is gold. What carat gold? This is 10 karat gold. Nothing is wrong with that. a lot of these pieces are made in 10 karat. And that is because you are putting, let's say in this case, I believe 800 stones in this piece. You're putting 800 stones in a piece, and the labor that goes into these pieces is more than the piece is worth. It is only worth what it is worth to you, the client. And that is what you need to understand. Nothing is wrong with making these pieces. I will gladly make whatever piece you would like. Now, I would also say the way that you know that these pieces are made well is based on the workmanship, and sometimes, to be honest with you, how much they're charging you. There's a rate that everyone is charged per stone. Every stone is hand set. I think there's some technology out right now that can machine set the stones, but every time you one of these pieces, just know someone is sitting and setting these by hand. A diamond house or whatever jeweler is doing the work is having somebody set these by hand. Now, I'm just going to throw out a number. Everyone's rate is different. Now, when you do whatever work it is that you do that afforded you the luxury of having a piece this elaborate, you wanted the value of what your worth is. Somebody's worth, they got to do the job and do good work. Every market is different. From what Dad has told us, you're talking at least $5 a stone. And they're going to extend that cost to you, the customer. Know what you are paying for. Know the value. Nothing is wrong with the rate that you're being charged, if you ask me. Just know what you're paying for, because when you turn around and say, I would like to sell this, I would like to turn it into something else, you're only going to get the value of the parts. Each of these stones set in 10 karat gold is not going to be high value. You might say, it looks good, yes, but when I put a loop to it, the quality of the stones are not going to be high because it's in 10 karat. Nobody's going to put high quality stones in 10 karat gold. It's just the way of the world. Now, if your budget permits, I would always recommend don't go below 14 karat. Now, because the game has changed, you have lab-grown diamonds in play. I would also recommend get lab-grown diamonds to put in your bust-down pieces. Now, you might say, I'm all natural, but I say, why would you spend the money to put 800 stones into a piece like this and they be natural stones that are going to rack up a cost and not quite be a level of quality that I think is worth the money in some capacity? My opinion, I would say, I believe in natural, by the way. I do believe in natural stones, but at some point, the cost value to you, I would recommend putting lab-grown diamonds, VVS stones, in a bust-down piece. If you are of the budget and of the mindset that I only want natural, we will supply you with only natural stones. Also, one more thing. You are spending your hard-earned money on whatever piece that is representing you, the client. Ask questions. Do your research for what I believe to be gold, and somebody gave me silver. I'm not here to say that you shouldn't get bust-down pieces because it goes at a rate. You are wearing art. You're representing your personality. We provide the same service at the highest level because we have the ability to get work done from the highest level of manufacturing in the industry that's available. We can provide you with the jewelry of your dreams, that bust-down, iced-out piece that represents your personality, your persona, your alternative ego, whatever it is. We can produce it for you at the highest level. We have the best manufacturing in the industry at our disposal. That is one call away. We can design it for you. And more importantly, we're going to verify and authenticate it in front of you so you can rest assured that you're getting what you paid your hard-earned money for. But we also make money verifying and authenticating pieces, making sure they are what they say they are. Are you getting what you paid your hard-earned money for? That's just a service that we provide. We like to say we would have preferred if you would have got it from us originally. No problem, but we test it in front of you, and a lot of dishonest business happens in this industry. and we've been doing this for 3 generations. So we rest our hat on integrity here at Alex Lexington. Our custom jewelry division is Alex Diamonds. 3 generations in the business. This is all we do. Have a great day. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Till next time.